us avoid dangerous interactions with our medications. Medicine Shoppe owner and pharmacist from Miramichi, New Brunswick. Woo! Treena Sutherland. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. You know, that is, we self-medicate sometimes, don't we? Like, we could be on prescription and we could do something that would maybe cause a problem. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
That's exactly right, Marilyn. Yes, you know, it usually comes back to changes that we make within our lifestyle, our health choices, or maybe even our diet. And so it's important that we review those things and ensure that we're supplementing properly without it causing us any concerns.
But you can ask your pharmacist, say, look, I'm on this medication. Can I take the certain vitamins? I want to talk to you about vitamins specifically.
Yeah.
But that's one of the roles that a pharmacist has.
That's exactly right.
You don't have to, you have to book to see your doctor again because you already have the prescription.
That's right.
How do you determine what kind of vitamins that we need?
Well, like, let's say, for an example, you're a vegan. That's a lifestyle and a dietary type of choice where we would want to encourage you to add in things vitamins-wise.
Like what?
So you'd be looking for some calcium, magnesium, omega-3s, even some iron, so that you're ensuring that those daily nutritional
are there.
Right, exactly.
All right. And then you were talking about a new exercise program, or you say here, training for a marathon, pre-existing conditions, all those things.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like, because if you start training for a marathon, your dietary needs might change. Maybe you're burning through more of those calories, so maybe you need some supplements to help with that.
Common supplements and foods that can interfere with our medications. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
So what we've got, multivitamins or iron.
Yes, multivitamins and iron, they can cause us some issues. Another one that gets a little bit of surprise to us is the garlic. We think garlic is a supplement, but it's in our food.
Yeah.
And so how could that interfere with our medications? But it can actually be a problem if you're on a blood thinner. And so it's a very important thing to discuss with your pharmacist.
Okay, what about St. John's wort? Because we talk about that a lot too.
Yeah, we do.
How does that conflict with some things?
Well, St. John's wort is used for depression, and a lot of people will go out and self-treat for depression because they don't want to go in and have that talk about that. So, and if you're on other medications, it's got the ability to cause a lot of interactions. So, at the very least, make sure you talk to your pharmacist about the fact that you've added St. John's wort.
Now, grapefruit, milk, and caffeine. Let's talk about that, how we know they can interfere. So let's talk about, first of all, alcohol.
Alcohol. Well, alcohol in combination with medications is something that I think a lot of people are aware of. That's usually a no-no. It can increase drowsiness, and in some cases, mixed with certain antibiotics, it can even cause you to feel nauseated, get some vomiting happening. So always just double check if you're starting something new, is alcohol
You know
okay
that little
with that?
sticker that's on the side of your pill thing? They mean business. That's what they mean. And also, grapefruit. Eating grapefruit can interfere.
That's right. And it's with a big class of drugs, heart disease drugs.
Okay.
So we don't want to mess around with people's heart disease medications.
Don't have anything that's grapefruit.
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
You can do a little bit of a simple solution of separating it from the medication, to try to, if you were if you really, really like that grapefruit.
Right.
But if it's something you can avoid, we encourage to avoid.
Okay. How about milk? I know they say in some medications, no calcium. So it's yogurt, milk. So how can that interfere with medication?
Well, essentially, calcium's a mineral, and once it gets inside the body, it starts to break down, but it needs to have something to bind to. And a medication in your body breaks down, and then the milk can bind to that and cause it not to be absorbed properly.
Okay, so that's
then
why.
we're not getting our dosage properly in our body.
Might get a little bit, but not the amount that we need. And then caffeine.
Caffeine, yeah. The caffeine, it's the big one that it interferes with is asthma medications. It's a group called bronchodilators. They're essentially medications that open up your airways to help you breathe better. And what caffeine can do with that is increase the side effects of those medications. So you could end up with more excitability, more nervousness, even heart palpitations. And we all know that's not a nice feeling. It can be a bit scary.
It is scary, for sure.
Yeah.
What kind of questions do you want us to ask our pharmacist?
Well, you know, when you come into the pharmacy, you want to make sure that you ask the pharmacist why you're taking your medication, what it's for, when to take it, how to store it. Let us know if you started any of these new types of things so that we can work with you to help you understand what's good and bad. And read your labels. Listen to what we tell you and read your labels. If you get home and something doesn't seem to be adding up for you, don't go Google search that and do an online hunt. You're going to not necessarily find what you're looking for there. So get that call into the pharmacy, say, I'm a little bit mixed up, let us help you.
And there are a lot of shocking statistics to say that people, 50% of people do not take their medications properly. I cannot believe it's that high.
It is. It's shocking. And that comes as a cost then to the Canadian healthcare system to the tune of about $4 billion annually.
And so that's why you decided that we should have something that can log in, right? We got to monitor this.
That's right. At Medicine Shop Pharmacies, we offer an AccuPack blister pack service, and it allows you to get organized and be totally ready to go, and your medications are all laid out right there for you.
That's right. So
nice
when you have that and you take it to the pharmacist, it's almost like it's a report card. So see, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, and you appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We like knowing you're doing it right.
All right, Treena, thank you so much. For more information, go to marilyn.ca. Thank you so much. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. That's right. Good. Got it.
This program is brought to you in part by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. Come by.